Tabitha Elaine, and today I am sitting with a truly talented individual, an innovator in her field, a true master of her industry, Miss Chris Hills.
Thank you, Tabitha, for having me today.
Very welcome. So tell me, who is Chris Hills? What is the definition of Miss Hills?
So I would say Chris Hills is definitely a connoisseur of the vanity arts.
Okay.
I am goal driven, but a lot of my goals are surrounded around helping the masses and giving my gift away to make sure that they know what their purpose is.
Giving your gift away, I know you've created this business, this movement that is called Our Beauty Connect, correct? Tell me, how did Our Beauty Connect come about?
So originally, I had a lot of people asking me, where do you get this? How do you do this? When do I do this? Why is this so expensive? And I feel like right now our industry is definitely on a climax, far as people like marking up things and making things seem so difficult. And it's really not. Really what you need is just somebody that can support you and give you the ins and outs. And you know, that's what Beauty Connect derives from. It's giving you the simple way to get to beauty.
Okay. What can students look forward to when they're taking classes with you and with your company?
I would say the number one thing students can look for is support.
Okay.
I think cosmetology is the number one industry that is competitive, but we don't really have the support we need to ask candid questions. You know, we always think that things may sound stupid because they've been in the industry for so long, and that's not the case. Sometimes you just need that dialogue or that person to say, it's okay to ask those questions.
There's never a dumb question.
There's never a dumb question when it comes to vanity, ever.
Okay. There's so many other businesses out here that are attempting to do what you're doing. What makes Beauty Connect different?
So I would say the number one thing is that I am an actual cosmetologist.
Okay.
I've been through the ropes. I've been through the trenches. The same thing these students are going through. No gas money to get to school, no child care, no support once you graduate, just being kind of thrown into the industry. You know, I've been there. And so I'm basically giving them a way out and a way in at the same time.
Right.
And so I understand where they're coming from versus looking at them like a number, you know?
Right. So what's in store for the future of Beauty Connect?
And if you really think about Beauty Connect, we're expanding every day. But my goal is definitely to start our nonprofit sector and getting into high schools and middle schools and creating a mentoring structure where even our college students and our actual master cosmetologists are then informed on things that are going on in our industry, and we come together. I'm definitely into vanity arts, but really women's empowerment, or just empowerment of vanity, period. Because as you know, our industry is kind of dominated by men too.
Right.
So they need support too. They need to be able to call or text somebody and say, hey, I'm confused about this. Hey, do you have a class on this? I'm continuously expanding, bringing in new curriculums for different classes. Our mentoring program, like I said before, creating the Young Entrepreneur program where we start you off with your business, funding for that, and then helping you build yourself up and out marketing-wise and branding-wise until you're on your own.
If you could deliver a message to your students, whether it was current or future students, what would you have to say to them?
That's a really good question, Tabitha. The number one thing I would tell my students is, it's one thing to have purpose, but it's a completely different thing to create purpose and help somebody really expand their destiny. And giving that back, you will always receive what is destined for you. So, I mean, if you have a friend or a family that's in it, you know, always have that helping hand for them. So that's the purpose of Beauty Connect, giving that helping hand. Yeah.
So it's been a true pleasure to sit with you today, Ms. Hills, and hear all about the amazing things that Beauty Connect has to offer and to contribute to the like-minded individuals such as yourself.
Definitely.
So it's going to be a much exciting pleasure for me to hear and see Beauty Connect once it hits out into these industries.
I completely agree, and I appreciate you having me here, and anybody who's watching, I appreciate you guys just being able to be here and understand what Beauty Connect really is.